I decided that I was going to take the next 168 hours of my life and fly to Japan, the volleyball capital of the world. Here I would have the opportunity to watch Team USA compete against some of the other best volleyball nations in the world. On top of that, I gave myself a list of 3 different challenges that I needed to complete here in Japan. If I failed to complete any of those challenges, I decided the punishment would be getting a buzz cut. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe and watch till the end because things got a little dicey and I was starting to fear that I would have to cut all of my hair off. Let's hop straight into it. Hello everybody. I'm going to Japan today. Is my life even real? I don't really know. But today we are headed to Japan to spend the next week of our lives there and watch some of the best volleyball players on planet Earth. So yeah, let's get going. Over the last month of my life, I had been in 4 different countries in 4 different weeks. I started off my Volleyball Nations League journey in Brazil, and from there I made my way to Antalya, Turkey, and then Arlington, Texas, and this last week was spent in Ottawa, Canada. The next 3 destinations that I was heading to were all crazy, and fortunately enough for me, the first of those destinations was Fukuoka, Japan. Unfortunately for me, the next 36 hours of travel would be absolutely brutal. With around 14 hours of total flight time, I was in for a long 2 days. So I started my morning off right with some Starbucks coffee, and then it was time to board my first plane of the day. This flight would be flying directly into a small city you might have heard of in Japan, Tokyo. And although this flight was about to be 12 hours long, the good thing about it was they were going to give me 2 free meals, which I'm always excited about when I travel. So shortly after the plane took off, dinner had arrived. They brought me a variety of foods for dinner that I devoured pretty quickly, and I will admit, they were all very delicious. After dinner, it was time to go to sleep. The ride up until this point had been pretty turbulent, and I woke up with a major headache. The good news for me though is that when I woke up, we were only about an hour away from landing, which means I slept through most of the flight. And from Tokyo, I hopped on a much smaller aircraft that would be taking me into Fukuoka. And before I knew it, I had arrived in the city that I would be spending the next 168 hours of my life in. At this point, I don't even know what I was more excited about, being in Japan or just being done with having to be in an airport. Honestly, both were pretty exciting to me. I found the transportation that would be taking me to the hotel, I hopped in, and I buckled up for the beginning of my Japan adventures. What's up guys, good to see you again. We are officially in day 1 in Fukuoka, Japan. Let me catch you guys up on everything that has happened in the last 20-ish hours. So as you know, yesterday and the day before, we spent around the last 30 hours traveling from Ottawa, Canada, where we were watching the men's VNLs, to Fukuoka, Japan, where we were watching week 3 of the women's VNLs. That might have been the most brutal and excruciating and nauseating travel I've done so far on this trip. I think there was like extra turbulence on the plane or something, but it was definitely by far the least amount of fun I've had traveling on this trip so far, but that's okay because we are in Japan, about to have a great day. I absolutely cannot wait. This has been a place on my bucket list for the longest time, and officially we get to go check it out. In order to make the most of my Japan trip, I came up with a list of things that I need to accomplish in order to make this a successful trip. Here are the things on that list that we need to do today. Number 1, I need to get a gift from my mom. Not only do I need to get a gift from my mom, I need to go to an arcade and win a gift from one of the claw machines for my mother. A tiny little fun fact about my mother, who I love very much and is very dear to me in my life, is that she loves claw machines. Like wherever we might be, she always tries to get something from the claw machine. I don't necessarily understand why she loves them so much, but it is her thing. We need to win it from an arcade in order to honor her wish, because that is the way she would want it to be done. Number 2, I want to find a ramen shop and eat authentic Japanese ramen noodles. Before this trip, the most authentic Japanese ramen that I've had is the stuff that you put in the microwave. Yeah, that's just not going to cut it. So we need to find a ramen shop and have an authentic bowl of Japanese noodles for a meal, because if we don't do that in Japan, why are we even in Japan? And number 3, we need to watch some volleyball. Luckily for me, since we are following the Volleyball Nations League, I will have plenty of chances to go watch some volleyball. So at some point, we need to make our way to the venue and catch a volleyball game in Japan, and then probably do that again and again. A little spoiler alert, later this week, USA is taking on Japan in Japan. That game's probably going to be one of my favorites for this entire trip. So without further ado, if I do not accomplish those 3 things today, I will personally be shaving off all of my hair. And me personally, I'm not too big on shaving all of this off. So let's get out there and start working on that list, but we can't do it on an empty stomach. So first up, we gotta go get some breakfast. Let's go check it out. I think it's pretty safe to say that the Japanese breakfast buffet in my hotel blew me away. There were so many different food options to choose from. I filled my plate with a variety of different foods that would act as my first meal here in Japan. And after all of that headache-inducing travel that I did yesterday, food was the exact remedy that I needed. They even had a giant-sized robot that was just kind of walking around the room while I was eating. I'm pretty sure the main function of this robot was to help the servers make it easier to clean up after people had finished eating their meals. But in my eyes, honestly, the only purpose that it served was being a really cool looking robot. I love you, Mr. Cleaning Robot, and thank you for cleaning up after me when I had finished my breakfast. After breakfast, I had the first opportunity to take to the streets of Fukuoka, Japan. And only a short distance away from my hotel was a Japanese Starbucks, which is the perfect thing that I needed in order to get some caffeine inside my system. So I pointed at the picture of the coffee that I wanted because of the language barrier between me and the Starbucks worker, and after I had been given my coffee, it was finally time to go out and start completing the objectives on my Japan to-do list.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is the one opportunity I have to make my mother proud. She is a very big fan of arcades and specifically the claw machines. So I have in my pocket right here a crisp $20 bill that we are going to go to an arcade and attempt to win my mother something out of a claw machine. Am I confident in my abilities to do this? No, she's way better at me. Am I going to try my heart out? Yes. I'm fully ready to accept the fact, Mom, that if I do not come back successful, you can disown me as a son and kick me out of the house, and you'll never have to speak to me again. But I don't think that's going to be the case. $20, arcade machines, one of the things on our list here in Japan. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Am I nervous? Yeah, I'm nervous. This isn't really my specialty, I would say, in life at all. I'm really trying to make my mother proud here, but I'm pretty afraid that I'm not going to be able to do so. We will see. First challenge right off the bat is we need to turn this into Japanese yen. So let's go try and find somewhere, somehow, some way to do that. What we're gonna do is use Google Translate and walk up to a worker in this area and see if they can point us in the right direction. Hopefully this is gonna work. Hello. Yes. Mission failed. Mission failed. Just kidding. We need to go to the station, the train station right over here, and they will have places where we can exchange this money. So this is simply a hiccup in the road. My spirits have only slightly been dampened, but we are a man on a mission, and I'm convinced that I'm gonna win something today in the Japanese arcade. So we're gonna make it happen. Let's go get this exchange. So it looks like we were able to pick up 2,000 yen in literal change for our $20 bill. We're gonna take this back over to the arcade, hopefully be able to use this and win some prizes out of the machines. Might be a little harder than I thought, guys. We're not giving up, guys. I'm not giving up. That little owl ferret thing is coming home with me. It's mine. Got a rock. PME is winning so far. A rock. That's got to be a sign of good things to come, I think. Am I starting to lose hope? Yeah, maybe a little, but you know, I mean, we got like 3-4 more plays before we got to spend some more money. So I'm not moving into desperation, but I mean, I would like to win something eventually here. All right, so that other machine I just think wasn't working. I think it might have been like out of system and needed some maintenance or anything. Every time I tried to pick up the penguins, the claw wouldn't actually grab onto the penguin ferrets. So we found this machine right here, looking a little bit more promising. Oh my God. As you can see, I kind of have a better feeling about this one than I did the other one. So we're going to test our luck here. No way. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 100 yen coins left and a dream. Here goes nothing. Everybody, it's my last coin. Wish me luck. I'm really hoping that this is the magical one. I believe it is. Comment down below if you have faith. Let's go. Hey, just dude, cut the camera. So sadly, I wasn't able to catch it on camera, but I was able to win something from the claw machine. It's these 2 cute little panda bears with a leaf on top of their heads, and they kind of like their heads stick together. I think there's like a magnet or something inside of it. So I really think my mom is gonna love this. And Mom, I hope I did you right by winning it through a claw machine, just like you wanted me to. We did it, guys. So yeah, that checks off one of the things on our list for today. Let's go get the other 2 done.
What's up, guys? It is PME Volleyball, and we have made it to the stadium. The second thing that we had to do on our list today was watch some volleyball in Japan. And in order to get that accomplished today, we are going to be watching the United States of America take on the Netherlands. These are definitely 2 of the better teams in the world right now, as the Netherlands are just behind the United States of America in the power rankings. If I had to make a prediction for the game today, I got the USA winning this one in 4. We will see after the game if I am right or not. Comment down below who you think's gonna win and in how many sets. And without further ado, let's get thing number 2 on my list done today and watch some volleyball in Japan. USA versus Netherlands. Let's get it, baby. Got the magical TikTok shooting phone right here. Hopefully about to get some good shots. America, rah! Let's go. Set 1 starts now. Looks like we got nearly 1,000 Japanese home fans to watch this game. I was told ahead of time that this is one of the places where the people who are coming to watch these games just really like volleyball. So there are 1,000 Japanese home fans watching a game where their country isn't playing. I cannot wait to see what it looks like later this week when we're going to be able to see USA take on Japan. That should be exciting.
Guys, you know what I love more than anything is that these fans aren't even necessarily cheering for a specific team. Literally, anytime anybody scores, they just go crazy. Like, there's no favoritism whatsoever. They both just love watching volleyball, and they'll cheer for it. So that just shows a deeper love for the game, you know, beyond teams and colors of jerseys. I love that. That makes my heart happy. I tried to convince my cameraman, who looks like this, I'll put a photo of him on the screen now, to learn perfect Japanese. So when we came here, he could go talk to all of the stores and like the restaurants that we would go to, and everybody would be confused because he'd be speaking perfect Japanese. So. That was a thought I had. Sadly, it did not work out. He didn't want to commit to the 6-8 month process it would take of practicing Japanese every day, but maybe next year I'll be able to convince him to try it out at least. Team USA takes set 1, 21-25. Looks like my prediction is holding up so far. Actually, now that I think about it, it didn't even matter who wins set 1 because my prediction would have been right anyway up until this point. Anyway, that is besides the point. We're going to hop into set 2 here. Team USA did have a handful of players that we have not seen up until this point. A couple of pin hitters, in particular an opposite and an outside hitter. The opposite, who is a lefty, Annie Drews, has been spectacular up until this point. She has a cannon for a left arm. She's definitely cooking on offense and making things easier for this Team USA squad. So hopefully Team USA can carry this momentum into set 2. I have a feeling they will. It's set 3 that I think the Netherlands will end up taking, but the beauty of the sport of volleyball is we don't even have to guess because it's going to happen right before our eyes. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll tell you, this Team USA block has been demanding so far. They've had a really big presence up at the net, and it's given them a lot of opportunities to score points on the defensive side of the ball. Another block, just like that, literally as I'm talking about it. I don't know what it is, but something about watching volleyball is just making me hungry. Like, I feel like the work that I'm putting in right now, sitting on my butt, filming volleyball, is making me so hungry that devouring that bowl of ramen later is going to be that much easier. I literally cannot wait for this ramen. Guys, the shoes that most of the Netherlands team's players are wearing are so nice. They're like these neon green Mizunos. Hold up, let me show you. Look at those shoes. Those shoes are so crazy fresh. Mizuno, I think I owe you guys an apology. I've always known you to be like the bland, boring, kind of lame volleyball shoe brand, but these neon green shoes are kind of changing my mind about that. I'm all for flashy shoes, so Mizuno, if you keep creating masterpieces like that, then I might have to cop a pair of your shoes for my volleyball season next year. All right, y'all, we got game point in set 2 here. Team USA is going back to serve. What is going to happen? We got the serve coming in just over the net, outside to the Netherlands, but a pickup by Justine Wong-Arantes. The triple block for Netherlands blocks the ball, and they score the point to stay alive here in this second set. It is 20-24. Team USA still has another chance to put this set away. Let's see what we got going on. We got the Netherlands back to serve. And the serve is in. Pass tight to the net. Back one to the middle to put set 2 away. Team USA is up 2-0 and is in potential range of a sweep of the Netherlands here in Japan. Wow, that was an absolutely filthy run to end a set. Great job, Team USA. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 18-21 here in the third. Team USA is up by 2 sets, so if they win this one, they will secure victory over the Netherlands. We're going to sit courtside and get my thoughts where Team USA battles for these next 4 points in hopes of securing the W. Let's get it. Lynn's coming in with the serve. Team USA is fresh off of a timeout. Passed in system. Goes to the middle, boom, 22-18. Team USA only needs 3 points to put this one away and go up 2-0 on the week. Here we go. Got the serve coming in from Avery Skinner, serving specialist off the bench. And it's a laser. Netherlands goes to their opposite and scores 22-19. Netherlands answers right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not over yet. We have seen crazier things happen on the volleyball court. Netherlands comes in with the serve. Little off the net pass. We go to the tip, but Netherlands picks it up. Goes to their outside. Big block. Netherlands goes back there outside. We got a tip this time. Oh, and it lands. The tip lands, and the Netherlands come within 2 to make this a 22-20 set 3. Wow. Team USA is 2 points away from victory. A hard serve by Annie Drews. The tip picked up by Team USA. They got to send over a free ball, though. What is Netherlands going to do with it? They're going to go to their opposite. Oh, and a tiny block touch. Not enough for Team USA to get the take. The score is now 23-21, and the Netherlands have another opportunity to tie this one up as we are nearing the end of the third set. Here comes the serve for the Netherlands. My leg is falling asleep. Good pass by Team USA. They go to the slide. Oh, but it's dug by the Netherlands. Libero sets the outside, but a big block, but it's still picked up by the Netherlands. And the Netherlands score 22-23. Holy smokes. The Netherlands are simply not letting the ball hit their part of the court. Team USA calls timeout. You see, guys, I'm a little torn here because for the sake of my ego, I want the Netherlands to win this set, so then my prediction would be right. But for the sake of my country, I kind of want the Team USA to win and just put this one away. Oh, and we have the setter dump. The setter dump feeds families, y'all. That made me happy inside. Now, Team USA does have game point here and a chance to put this one away. It's getting rowdy in here. Here we go. Team USA coming in with the serve. It's a great serve. They go to the outside. Oh, but it's picked up. I don't even know what to... Oh my goodness. What a play by the American outside hitter to get that ball up and give them a chance to run on offense and put it away with a fireball spike. Wow. Team USA wins this one 3-0 pan trip list. Now we got to go complete the list by grabbing a bowl of delicious ramen noodles. Let's go do that. What's up, guys? Post-match PME here. We are on our way to complete the third thing on our to-do list for today here in Japan, which is to go get a bowl of ramen. I got some money in my pocket and I found a spot that I think will get the job done for tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am pretty hungry and I have a feeling that this ramen is gonna do the job and fulfill my hunger. So let's be on our way and go get some ramen. And with 2 of 3 main objectives for this video on my list complete, it was finally time to tackle the last one, which was eating an authentic bowl of ramen noodles. It was pretty late at night by the time I had gotten around to accomplish this, and because of that, it did limit my options on what was available near me. So I had to make a short commute over to a late night ramen shop that I was hoping would help me complete my list of objectives for today. The way you ordered your food was very similar to that of a vending machine. I whipped out my phone to use some Google Translate in order to hit the correct combination of buttons that I thought would give me the best hearty bowl of ramen. Once I paid for my order, I took a seat and handed the slip to the worker behind the counter. And around 5 minutes later, they handed me the biggest bowl of ramen I had ever seen in my life. No joke, I'm pretty sure this thing was the size of my head. And let me just say, I enjoyed every single minute of eating these ramen noodles. Compared to the instant ramen noodle packs that I had eaten at home, this was on a whole nother level compared to that. Without a doubt in my mind, this meal was easily the best I had had in Japan so far. And after I had finished, I had finally completed my list of to-dos while I was here in Japan. Just like that, we have officially completed the bucket list for today. That ramen, absolutely delicious. However, I feel like I underestimated the size of a large ramen. I was not expecting for that bowl to weigh more than my head, but it did, and it was delicious, and I ate as much as I physically could. I'm pretty sure I finished all of the noodles, but I did have a little bit of problem finishing the ramen. It felt like a gallon of ramen, but we did our best with it, and it was absolutely delicious. That little spot was definitely the move for tonight. And that concludes our first day here in Japan. We have a week full of adventures here before we will be off to the next place. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below some things that you want to see me do in Japan, and make sure to subscribe if you're new. We make some of the best volleyball content on this platform, and I don't want you guys to miss out. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.